I really enjoy helping people get their designs to the next level. I feel like my background in theater really helped me learn how to give good design feedback, right? In theater, they have a saying, don't give line readings, right? Okay, so in my freshman year of college, I had done all this performing. I loved to be on stage, but my freshman year of college, I realized that what professional success looks like for an actor is to do the same show 7 times a week. And that just sounded like factory work to me. And the part I always loved about theater was getting the show up, right? Was solving all the problems that you needed to solve in order to get a show on its feet. And so it really made a lot of sense to shift into directing, because that was if I pursued it professionally, that was the role in which I would get to solve those problems. And I really found a home in that, bringing the teams together. And through training as a director, you get told, like, never give a line reading, and what that means to those of you who don't have the theater background. So if you're giving an actor a note, let's say they're saying a line in a way that's kind of not getting the point across, you don't ever give them the line reading. A line reading would be like, say the line this way, right? Where you actually say the line that they're supposed to say. If they're like, the dog goes to the store, the dog goes to the store, right? Like, you don't do that, right? You direct them through words to say, what you're trying to convey here is that the dog is, not from the store, but rather to the store, right? So that then they come to their own conclusion that what they need to do is hit the word to, right? You don't
give them like a mini vision, right? Like,
exactly.
You're not telling them, you're kind of painting it for them a little bit so they can go to it.
Exactly. You talk a lot more about the intention, about the motivation, about what's behind it, and then you let them figure out how to say the words that are coming out of their own mouths, right?
Why is that important? Why should we do this?
So it's the same thing when we're, giving notes in a design critique, right? You don't say, make the logo bigger. You say, I don't see the logo. Right? Because there's lots of ways to fix that problem, or nobody's clicking the contact button. You don't just say, don't make the contact button bigger or make the contact button red. You say nobody's clicking the contact button, or, we don't think people are doing it, and let the designer solve the problem, figure out what's the root cause, and then, do iterations until they figure out how to solve it. And it's just such a better way to engage your design team, because if you're giving line readings to your team, they stop thinking for themselves, right? They just do it exact, and then it just sounds like the dog went to the store. They sound robotic, right? And the same thing happens in a design team. They just do what they're told. They don't think it through. And you look at it and you're like, oh, well, yeah, okay. Well, they made the button bigger, but now it's caused 3 other problems because, they weren't really thinking about it. They were just doing what they're told. So I think that's probably one of the most valuable skills I developed as a directing major, that I apply as a design director in my everyday roles.